turn that back, switch that back over. So this is her most fan service C-class outfit. Because it's like got a lot of fur and ears, and it's even got, let me switch back to a tail. Then it's even got the one long boot and the one short boot, and same with the glove.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then, let's see, I think she's essentially, yeah, if you look very closely at the front, you can see she's got like a bikini bottom and like a thong strap sticking out of it. Past the belt there. So what I was saying is, if you go into gear here, though, you can see costumes. I can put her on anything that she's already had. I can even go Valkyrie and go back to Starlancer. And you can do that for everyone.
Ah, nice.
So everyone now has their best Class 3 gear. The Gigas Lance, the Wolf Helm, the Lupine Guard, the Giant Ring. The wing armor there was for Starlancer, so that's like the best, or one of the best Starlancer armors before the Seeds. And the Dream Armor, I think, is her best armor before 3rd class. So then we got Judgment, High Ribbon, High Vestment, and the Moonflower. And then Dragon Staff, Ancient Tiara, and the Ancient Robe, which was the one thing I was farming for so long. And the Blaze Beret. Now, if you'll notice, they're level 70 now, and they have 22 points about each that I have to do, that I was saving for stream. And I need to unmute the desktop audio so that it can come through somewhat. Alright, so let's see here. I turn that TV down a little bit more. I had it turned down and think it was going to be that loud, but Chugga's on the stream, so... Magic Smash isn't too bad, but... So basically level 70 is where you want to be at for post-game. We pretty much reach that very slowly, grinding for seeds. But when it comes to getting more gold and rainbow seeds for class 4, obviously we're going to be into post game, so we're going to be okay to go into the best spot for seed grinding.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anything you look up, it's like, oh, this point in post game is the best location. It's like, that's great, but I'm not up to post game, and I'm not going to skip past things that I'm streaming it to show it ahead of time. Alright, so a couple more stamina points should be good. Yeah, so it says that summons monsters, but I think it summons like a Gorgon or something when you use it for this class. Alright. Nope, okay, so let's see here. Alright, and now for you guys it'll be a little bit easier. Oh no, you're Spirit, you're not Intelligence, is your main. And you're already maxed off for Class 3. So we'll boost up your Intelligence now too. Get you that Intelligence buff. Cure is amazing. It's basically, it's basically the same as, I think it's Bless, but much better. Oh no, that's not Bless. She has something else that's similar to this. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Basically, she has something that's got a smaller, like a 50% chance of curing status ailments. This has a 75% chance. Well, actually, if I went to equip that, we would have seen what it was, but I'll finish getting her stuff set up first. I know that's all of your points. I don't want to do that just yet. Oh, no, not done yet. But to set that up, I have to go here. It's not Safeguard. Recover 30% more HP. Nope. Oh, well, I thought she had something like that, but we are going to switch something out for that. Oh no, it was Safeguard, which... Let's see, what is the thing this does? Like, one of the things to do is there is the opposite of this. Less encounters, there's more encounters. It's kind of one of the things you want to have equipped when you're doing seed farming. Especially before post-game.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so this is status effects. Safeguard is stat decreases. So we're actually I am gonna switch that out onto her. 75% is pretty good there. No, not well. Miracle is good too, but that's not what I'm looking for. Especially when I have auto HP heal all on everyone, or auto HP heal all, which recovers 1% every 10 seconds for everyone. Okay, and then Angela, we have not done your stats yet. First and foremost, I'm going to try to just unlock all of her spells that she doesn't have yet. Get our strongest darkness spell, Ancient Curse. Magic Armor 2 would actually be pretty nice.
I'm still listening. I just gotta... In case you decide I gotta stream for a moment, I just gotta restart my browser.
Ah, no problem. You're fine.
It always acts really weird, especially when I've got a pending update.
I hear ya. Okay, all of our points are spent. We're just going to quickly save back again, so we don't have to redo that. So in the last stream, I think we did go up to where we have to go briefly to check something out. But you just go back up to the Tree of Mana, so it's nothing... Not a very long dungeon to the boss here.
Gotcha. Alright, my man again.
Alright. Ah, crap. KB just dropped to 0 for a second there. Thankfully it was during the flammy scene in the loading, so not a big deal.
Yeah, it didn't... that kind of book.
Yeah, I don't know why mine does. Probably just the way the connection is with this house, I'd have to imagine.
That might be the case, yeah.
Yep, so as I recall, we just come up here and everything's kind of destroyed and dying because this is where our bad guy went to take out the Goddess of Mana. And these guys are shapeshifters. Basically, they just turn into most of the basic forms of enemies. Heaven forbid they can turn into the Dark Knights that were in the palace. Alright, Charlotte, you just caught up to everyone else because you were just a little behind on experience. Those two stats are done. Boost luck. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through as I kind of already went through here and grabbed everything after he destroys it.
Okay.
You might do some fighting, but essentially we're set to go right into post-game after this, because aside from gear, it's just making sure you're around level 70.
I've actually been doing that to get around the street myself at some point, but it's like due to how rough the work week has been. I just haven't.
Yeah, I gotta get this done, then I gotta finish Omen in the next month or so I can be ready for It's essentially just gonna be a marathon because it's 3 games in a series for October. the first game,
Speaking
go ahead.
speaking of October, I actually think that, well, probably even before I actually no. Well, regardless, I actually had an idea that I was discussing with Twilight just last night. I actually thought that, considering that I got some more of the Resident Evil titles, I was thinking that maybe I could actually stream. That could actually. I could actually go through each of the games, starting from the first one.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
So, recall when we first came here before this was destroyed, there were steps that we opened up to here. They're gone now. Our big baddie destroyed them. He's knocked down some trees and things in our way. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, not too long ago, I actually got a hold of the first Resident Evil.
I have the remake when they released that on in October a couple years back for free on PS Plus. So the one thing I have noticed...
Although when I was...
Go ahead.
Although I was... I'm going to admit, it's when I played the RE1 in my own time. That snake boss was a bitch to take out. I've done times.
Yeah, one's a bit of a chore because it's purposely made with tank controls.
Well, tank controls I can handle, but it's more so just that boss that gave me a hard time.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, especially considering he poisons you, and and they don't really give you any curing items right before the boss.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so you just have to keep shooting it and hope that he dies before you do.
A battle of attrition. Oh, those are nasty. Especially in a boss.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Alright, can we go... No, we have to go around, okay. I'm just gonna skip past a couple battles I really don't have much reason to fight at the moment. You see, we have a different one up here now called a Shadow Zed. And they're actually a decent bit tougher. They don't die quite as easily as a shapeshifter does. They morph into you!
Oh, hold on, what?
Yep, that one morphed into Reese as the Fenrir Knight.
Oh wow.
So they morph into your party members. There is Charlotte's. If we had 3 of them, one other would have been morphing into Angela here soon. Okay. We need a heal here, Charlotte. Yeah. I might have mentioned before, but I was like potentially thinking of going back through running down someone else's path and just showing the scenes that are different on stream. What did you think of that idea?
Sure, you can go ahead and do that. That's perfectly fine with me.
Yeah, because there's 2 other bosses. Everyone has a different starting point and a different like villain they deal with, essentially. Like, after doing Angela, even though Hawkeye is my favorite, I wouldn't do him because they have the same final boss. And so they essentially have the same middle dungeon, too. The only thing that would be different would be their opening. And their ending scene. Yeah, so, like, normally we would have been able to go up that way, but yeah, a tree got knocked down there. It did a good job, like, remapping this, making you have to run around longer paths and showing why. Like, things are destroyed, or stuff's knocked into the way of it. As you can see, this statue now has its head knocked off. Although the two by the special statue didn't. We can see our big bad baddie up there. Now, should we take these on so they can all transform into us?
I guess so.
Okay.
Well, extra experience never hurts anyway.
I decided to screw it. I wouldn't use Hexus. Or like summon spells or like massive damage away. Ooh, nice. Zed's drop rainbow seeds. Those are the highest tier seed. They have the best chance outside of everything else for dropping gear. And we now have a max seed pot and a max and the ring are the boost from a little cactus that helps those two.
Jeez, even just from the cutscenes, those outfits are really fan servicey.
Mm-hmm.
How could you?
Are you in pain? You become weaker without the treatment.
I like Dark Majesty's final boss form in this. I saw someone else do it, and they did the Mirage Palace final boss, which is Charlotte and the knight. I don't remember his name. The guy with the long red hair from the kingdom where the king was. Darren or something like that. Duran.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that boss is Charlotte and his. So part of the reason why I like it, besides just Dark Majesty having a really nice looking sprite and having a very nice final boss form, is he's got a very interesting yet sad backstory to why he's the way he is. When you take out Belladonna, if you remember, she tells you all about what happened to him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It is the only exposition you have into his character. Nothing is that. Well, they mention his Dark Majesty several times, so you know that's who you're dealing with, but that is the only time they actually go into his backstory.
I see.
So, yeah, Reese has got to be pretty upset right now as he's talking about taking over her brother's body in front of her. That was the whole point why her brother got taken, was to be a new vessel for him. So we load here in a second. This is our final boss. It is pretty nice looking sprite, I'll give them that. I like it much better than the kind of meh sprite for Charlotte's boss. See, I'll probably end up doing what I did before, where I'll play as Angela because she's the boss I hadn't seen at all when I do that. I'll probably use Reese and Hawkeye, so I'd be relying more on items than that. I am going to try to at least get the items for 4th class before we end the stream, too. And and we'll most likely start the dungeon in its own separate stream because it is rather long, and to get everything ended it takes some time.
May disappear from the realm, but you should not lose hope. You will be creating a new world for everyone.
So I've been talking over this here and there as time goes on.
You must stand up and fight. The future is in your hands. So keep fighting. You can't lose.
I never noticed before there was like a horn on her head for this. The giant howling wolf head kind of takes away from noticing anything else. Shoulders up. Aside from maybe the fluffy ears. Which is a headband, by the way.
You're wrong.
You can kind of tell it's a headband.
Yeah.
The chosen one is here. The sword that lives in all of our hearts, that we call hope, will never disappear.
So I finished Final Fantasy III on the remaster a couple days ago.
Alright.
It only took me a couple minutes to defeat what was considered the hardest Final Fantasy boss. Or the hardest final boss of a Final Fantasy.
Oh, wow.
Shurikens are busted as shit. I just gotta say that. I was either doing max damage or I was doing 88,000 plus. And I only had 2 people that could throw them. Other than that, I was using flare and healing. Because I had the other 2 as sages. Okay, I gotta go over because he just took out my healer really quickly on me. Alright, let's see here. Now, this is going to be the most intense fight where you're having to watch your footing and everything. Because of area of effect he's going to throw down on you. You're goddamn lucky you're darks and you have the stuff that makes that take less damage on you. So, our final boss is called Archdemon, or Archdemon, however you want to say it. Then he goes into this form. Still Archdemon, but a little harder. And he's debuffing us. Fun.
You know, the best final bosses.
Always have multiple phases.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of these things you end up having to roll out of. There's no other way to avoid it. Yeah, there's one arm down. Ooh. Oop. Let's move out of the way of that. Okay, we gotta knock out these now. Alright, good. I don't need to take out his hands to hit him. his other hand's already back. Oh look, we got attack, magic, and defense down from that. No, those were debuffs. We didn't get buffed. He debuffed like our defense, physical attack and defense, and our magic attack. Oh crap, he got a third one now. There you go, knocked out his other hand for a second. I was prepared for that to happen. Wanted to get the combo off on him. Ouch. Offense on him again. Oop. And now he's starting to summon demons while we're trying to take these out to distract us. Oh damn, he got it off that time. Alright. Of course, these demons don't just go away. Alright, knock these back out. Sorry for anyone watching if I'm being too quiet for you. Fights like these are ones I kind of have to be focused on.
No problem.
Alright. I'm not quite sure what I missed there to avoid that. Oh, definitely. Let's do this now while he's stunned after that. More damage on him. And Archdemon is down.
Nice.
Then again, we are pretty over-leveled for this fight. He was like only level 60, 65.
I know how that is.
Seed farming will do that in this game, especially when you're having trouble getting what you need. I don't know, seed farming to level up the pot will do that because you need 100 seeds altogether for level 5.
Thank you.
And we enjoy the final scenes before the end credit scenes.
Dead. And mana has disappeared from the world. I can't exist without mana. We didn't know each other for long, but I treasured our time together. I won't forget any of you. Don't worry, Reese. I managed to rescue Elliot during your battle. The last of my power. I sent him back to Laurent.
Is it buffering a lot, or?
Only a little.
Okay. Yeah, it went orange. It didn't quite go red and drop all the way, but...
Because you were holding the enemy at bay. I'm just so glad I was able to do it. Before my time. Listen. Please. Don't worry about me. You were fighting for everyone's future. Including mine.
Oh, damn, that was a heavy dip right there.
Thanks to your triumph, I will now be reborn as the goddess of mana.
And thus, our fairy becomes the new goddess of mana.
You see, fairies are like the seeds of the mana tree. Once they find a worthy person, someone with a pure heart that they trust completely, that fairy can become the new tree and goddess of the mana in the world. To bring that mana, the mana we have lost, back into this realm, I must take the tree's place and sleep here in the sanctuary. It may yet take 1,000 years for me to restore all of the mana. But if in 1,000 years your descendants still remember the tree of mana, I will awaken. I'm sure I can help them in their hour of need.
That's a long ass time.
Until I am needed in the future, I will remain here, asleep, quietly protecting the world, as this tree. This is where we part. My brave heroes, farewell. May the sword of mana, the one that lives in all your hearts, shine on forever.
They never dress Charlotte up like that for several reasons. One, just simply without stating the obvious, because she's a cleric. Although she is much older than she looks because she's half-elf. And thus, we see Angela's mom for the first time because we didn't start with her story.
Angela, where have you been? Oh, have you been skipping Jose's lessons again? My dear, shouldn't you...
My dear, what are you wearing?
You will be quiet and take this. I know that it's hard, especially if magic doesn't come easily for you. But you can take all the time you need to learn. I pray to the goddess of mana.
There's a bit of backstory with her introduction here that's kind of clears up what the heck she's talking about and why. Because it shows you like everyone's ending, essentially. I dress like a hussy for no reason, Mother.
There's no need for you to try.
I actually do like Angela's Carey, despite being the priss of the 6 characters, but...
Believe so
She'll be the story that I do next, like I said, showing the different scenes.
Even if I was gonna
Alright.
She'll have a different mid-dungeon, different mid-boss, and a different final boss.
terrifying. I'm really ashamed. Please forgive me, Magic.
No, It's okay, Mother.
I'm trying to remember the name of the kingdom. Oh yeah, Oltena. That's where.
I love you.
That's where they are right now. That's where she's from. She's the princess. But she had trouble learning magic, which is part of her opening story. Yeah, because I knew we had to go through all of these ending scenes and then the introduction into the post-game. That's why we're not going to go through the dungeon yet. It'll take a bit of time just to get through all of this. So, interestingly enough, yeah, Charlotte's dad was the Priest of Light's son, and her mom was the Elven Elder's daughter.
He used forbidden dark magic to undo the curse, save me, sacrificing himself.
So that's the person that Charlotte chases after, that,
I tried to stop him.
the Jester-like guy captures and corrupts. That's the whole reason for the start of her journey.
This old man's sake.
Gotcha.
If we actually played through them, we would have seen that all, because that is something they added in this version, the remake, that is really nice. You can play through your party members' intros to see their story, you just don't keep anything from doing it. It's just to show you what their reasonings were.
I see.
Heath was like a top-level priest that she liked a lot. Oh my gosh, it's Heath. Who would have thought? In a Square game from this long ago.
The goddess of mana saved me. When I sacrificed my corrupted soul, I found myself lost in a dark abyss. Suddenly, a roaring light rushed over me, and I heard the
So
goddess.
there was actually only one thing that they might have kept, because I saw a thing saying that in the Pixel remasters they removed some stuff. Like in the Dawn of Souls GBA game, there are some things that are in there that aren't in the Pixel remaster. There was one dungeon that was added to farm the onion gear a little easier, and if that was kept in the game, that was the only thing I actually didn't do in 3.
It's okay.
Because you had to not only beat the 3 strongest summons, Odin, Bahamut, and Leviathan, you also had to get a job to level 99 for that.
You know the goddess is looking at us and laughing.
And like every action you took in battle was worth a certain number of points towards a job level, so it would have been quite a bit of a longer play to do that.
Oh yeah.
And now we finally see our heroine Reese and her brother.
Elliot! You alright? Huh? I'm okay. Oh, sorry.
This is the first time we actually saw him up and about and heard him speak.
You know, I had a really weird dream. I
By
saw
the way, Reese, what are you wearing?
so happy.
What's with all the fur, Reese? And the wolf head on your shoulder?
And help you
And is that a tail and ears?
shouldn't keep relying on you for everything. I'm gonna try my best.
Well, thankfully, essentially, they're the Amazons, so they're mostly women anyway. So I guess unless there are some that are gay, it's not going to be an issue so much. Although there are some old men there as advisors and things, so I don't know.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Into the pieces watch over my friends and me on our journey. We will do our best in the coming times.
We just dipped to 0 for a second there. Hopefully it doesn't buffer too much for you.
Yeah, only a little.
Okay, because I think I can still pause it if I need to for a second if it gets bad. I think this is back up in the Sanctuary of Mana here. Yep. Oh yeah, so I have that one other optional boss to kind of show. I'll just do the fight for a moment when we get a chance again, before continuing with post, just to show it. Oh, okay, yeah, so we're just going to skip past the credits. Laurentian Guard for beating it with Reese. Your bond with Fairy has granted you a new ability. You learn Mana Blessing, Mana Goddess Chain ability. Recover 2% of MP for all allies every 10 seconds.
Nice.
That's Fairy's one for beating the game.